my channel. My name is Ashley with Ashley's Reads on Twitter and YouTube, and of fiction and fantasy on Instagram and TikTok. Today I am super excited to be back posting on my channel for the first time in over half a year in order to bring you guys The Sims Readathon Round 3. If you guys are wondering where I've been for 6 months, so am I. I have been active on my other social media platforms, so I don't think anyone thinks that I've vanished off the face of the world or anything. I've just been incredibly busy to the point that I have even tried filming multiple times and then I've liked the footage, but I have not had the time or energy to edit the footage. But I do plan to film 2 videos today, so this one will just be my announcement video, and then the next video will be my quick February TBR, my current reads, and then just a little general life update. By little, it's me, so I'm sure it will be long, but I will film them both tonight in this exact outfit. Thank you to Tasha for the inspo. I used a makeup tutorial by Jackie Wires, and it is a Sabrina Carpenter look, so the whole outfit is giving Sabrina Carpenter. She is kind of my aesthetic icon of the year. So let's get into The Sims Readathon. This year I am thrilled to be able to announce that I have 3 co-hosts with me again, so we will be having 4 teams. If you were not here for the other Readathon rounds, then you should know that each round we do based on a different game of The Sims. So we've done round 1 was on the original Sims game, which is the first one that I have not played, and round 2 was on Sims 2, which is how I started playing The Sims on my friend Emma's basement, So this year we are, as you would expect, round 3, we're moving on to Sims 3. Next year will come with a bit of a twist, so I have essentially decided to use all of the content packs that have come out for Sims 3 and split them up into multiple rounds. So we will stay on Sims 3 for a while, which is fair gameplay wise. This is my era. This is my favorite generation of The Sims for gameplay content anyways. So let's get into the teams. I will be consulting my phone so that I can see the graphics, but you guys will have cute graphics on one of these sides. So this year I got all of my co-hosts off of Instagram, and I know that at least one of them does, or I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you who is active on BookTube at this point in time, as I am not someone who has been actively watching any YouTube while I've been away. So I know that at least one of these hosts has at some point had a BookTube channel, so I will link that in the description, but everyone here is active on Instagram, so I will also be linking their bookstagrams. So this year I allowed everyone to pick their favorite or most memorable sim from Sims 3, and then that is their team. So these are a little random. But I love how it turned out. You guys know that if you guys have been in the past rounds, you know that I am a huge fan of Bella Goth. So I was really excited to run Team Goth for a 3rd year. And then I remembered that Bella in Sims 3 is actually Bella Bachelor. So I will be Team Bachelor, and that is for Bella Bachelor before she marries Mortimer. Then we have Sarah from Sarah Reads Stuff, and she will be the host of Team Grim Reaper. I was not expecting this at all, but in the best way. I have loved putting Grim on all of my graphics. And then we have Kristen with Green Tea Book Me, and she is running Team Landgrab with, I think, Nancy Landgrab as the mascot. Yes, that's correct. And then we have Donna from Donna, is it Cozy Ho Life? Cute, Cozy Cute, either way. She is the leader of Team Wolf, and the mascot is Morgana Wolf. I can't say that word. So yeah, so those are our 4 teams. We will be doing random assignments this year. So when you sign up on the Google form, there will be a box where you can put the platform that you would like me to contact you on. So for example, if you have Instagram, I can @ you in an Instagram story or DM you on Instagram letting you know your team. And we will be having randomly assigned teams this year so that everyone gets sort of an equal number of team members. So when you sign up in the Google form, you can put in the blank like Instagram at Fiction and Fantasy, or your Twitter account, or you can put your username on YouTube and then comment on my video, and I will reply to your comment with what team you are on. So that is how I will give out team assignments. And if you haven't gotten yours or anything like that, you're welcome to comment on my YouTube video again. Just, you know, I would say give me like 72 hours before you start spamming me that I haven't given you your team assignment yet. We'll be having 8 prompts, and you get 1 point per prompt. You can play this the easy way. There's an Instagram bingo sheet, so you can just do, technically you could do this readathon with 1 book, technically, and you can get a bingo and be done. And then you can just submit, like if you did 1 book for your bingo, that was 3 prompts. For this readathon, it is month long from February, no, normally we're in February, but we did postpone it 1 month because I was really busy in January. But we have March 1st through March 31st, so we'll get, you know, some extra days by moving it to March, and that's nice. This readathon is based on The Sims. This readathon is not associated with or affiliated with Electronic Arts, although they are aware of the readathon and wish us luck. We are not allowed to use their green plumb bob on any of our material if we post TBR graphics. They said also, when I asked them a couple of years ago when I started this readathon, they said that we also couldn't use a basic green diamond, but I'm not a copyright expert, so I don't know whether they actually have a copyright over any green diamond shape. But please don't put green diamonds on your TBR graphics, or I won't be able to share them on my Instagram. Yes, it will be starting March 1st at midnight in your time zone and ending April 1st at midnight in your time zone. You don't have to start in mine. You will sign up via submission form in my Instagram bio or my YouTube description, and each book is worth 1 point. There are 8 general prompts that everyone has, and then each team has 1 specific prompt, making 9 books. But you can do this readathon however you would like to. It is set up like a bingo board this year, as you can see here. So if you would like, you can use the free space and you can do just like a diagonal up and down 1 bingo and you're done. That counts as completing the readathon. You'll get, I think you could end the readathon if you counted the free space, then you could end the readathon with 2 points. You can also double up in this readathon, and DNFs do count if you DNF'd after 50%, and if you would have DNF'd if you weren't in the readathon. Like if you're just pausing the book halfway to read it next month after the readathon ends, that doesn't count. But if you're genuinely not enjoying the book and you would not like to continue reading it for a good while, then that does count. So you can also do all of the prompts, fill out the whole board, and that's 10 points, or you can just keep going and getting as many blackouts on the bingo sheet as you would like. That is completely up to you. I will not be doing that. I also have tried to give specific prompts with more alternate general prompts for, I think, almost all of the prompts. So that way, if you want something that makes you branch out a little more, you'll have that option. But if you are kind of more of a mood reader and you already have a general, or you're a big specific TBR reader and you kind of already know what you want to read next month, this should work for everyone, hopefully. So, and also, I always say this every year, feel free to stretch the prompts. You do not need to come to me and ask me if a cover is read enough. So these are not extremely specific, so if it says involves werewolves and you're like, hey, this book has a wolf, can I use that? Go ahead. I'm not gonna come and look at all of your TBRs and say, oh, like this cover is 78% red, or this is more of a tangerine than a red. No, I do not give a frick, so. Let's get into the prompts. I also can't pronounce prompt tonight, so let's just pretend that I can. Okay, so the first one is base game. So this will be to read your typical or favorite genre. So for example, I read fantasy, and that is also my favorite genre. But if you typically read nonfiction or poetry, then you can do that. 2 is World Adventures, a book set in a different country than yours. So for me, I'm in the United States, so I could read a book that is set in India or something like that. Anything that is not set in the United States. Same like if you're from the UK, it can't be set in the UK. You could technically, it's not really cheating. If it is a high fantasy world and it's not based on any country or civilization, you can count that as different than your own. But if it's like, what's that book set? It's like Maxon and America, The Selection. If it's like based in the US, even though it's not, you know, like something like that. I think that is dystopian set in the US, but you know what I mean? Like you can't use that. If it's like Irish mythology, then that counts as not being in the US. Okay, so just use your best judgment there. 3 is High-End Loft. So this is to, didn't want it to be exclusive or something that people could not easily have access to. So I will accept something high-end. So something high-end. So I have 3 options here. And I feel like you can easily bend this to your wishes. So the first one is a special edition. So for me, like I have this cover of Little Women that's really pretty. But again, it doesn't have to be a beautiful special edition. It could be a movie tie-in cover that is not the original. So, and it doesn't have to be one that you own. You could get a special edition copy of something at the library or an ebook. An ebook counts if the cover is not the original. So accept an advanced reader copy / ARC, or is it advanced review copy? I can't remember if it's reader or review. You can use an ARC, and also, or a book that you consider expensive. So that could be like, oh, I got this Fairy Loot book for $25. To me, that's a little expensive because I am a huge thrifty used bookstore library girly who does not do book boxes. So I would count that for myself. But if you get like 15 book boxes a month and frequently buy special editions, then you could count like a $75 first edition signed copy. You know, you use your best judgment for what is expensive for you. If you typically shop at the dollar store and then you bought like a brand new book off Amazon for $19.99, then that counts too. So yes. 4, ambition. The main character has your dream job. We were really flexible on this last year and we will be again. Dream job does not mean I'm going to university for journalism, so therefore the book has to be about a journalist. No. It can be something as silly as I want to be a princess or a demigod, and you can count that. That is stretching it a lot. I will probably try and do something a little more job oriented, but what I mean to say is that you can use anything for this. If you like to read nonfiction and maybe your dream job is a journalist, you could read like an autobiography about a journalist. 5 is fast lane, to read a book under 200 pages. And for frequently asked questions, you can read any page count book. There is no rule as long as it is listed on either Goodreads or Storygraph. Okay, 6, late night, either involving vampires or set in a large city. You could do both, but you won't get bonus points if you do both of the prompts. 7 is outdoor living. That's nature on the cover. Again, it doesn't have to be a portrait of outside. It can be these flowers. There could be a single tree in the background, a leaf. And then finally, we have, I've been telling you wrong the whole time. I have been telling you wrong the whole, there are 8 prompts, including the team prompt, because the middle one is free space. That's why. Okay, so we have Team Bachelor. If you are Team Bachelor on my team, then your team specific prompt will be either to read a middle grade or to reread one of your childhood favorites. Team Grim Reaper, if you are assigned onto Sarah's team, then she's chosen either death as a character or relating to death. So this could be like a Hades and Persephone retelling. There are lots of other characters out there who are not Hades who are death related. So you could count any of those, a necromancer, someone who works at a funeral home. Sarah did this to wreck Belladonna, but we will not be wrecking Belladonna on my channel, so. But as an example of the kind of book you could read. Or relating to death in general. So this could be a story where someone is dealing with the grief of losing a family member or like a significant other. If you are assigned to Kristen's team, you will be Team Landgrab. That is to read either a billionaire romance or anything involving royalty or celebrities. If you are on Donna's team, Team Wolf, this is to read anything involving werewolves, wolves, or paranormal romance in general. So again, it does not have to be fantasy. You could read a nonfiction book that has a wolf in it, or even if they just like walk by one at the zoo. It's this is like, again, you can stretch these. You can stretch these. I think that is it. I think I've already said everything in the frequently asked questions. I normally have a longer frequently asked questions, so I am sure I could be forgetting something. There will be a Discord server where you can chat with your team. We'll have like little team private chats. Everyone can talk in there if they would like to about their books or setting up their TBRs. I have not made that yet, but I will make it closer to time. I am filming this on January 29th, so I'm hoping to give myself a couple of extra weeks to edit, so hopefully that goes better. Let me know if you're signing up for the Readathon, and I am super excited to get to chat with you guys in my update video that I will now film. Bye. Oh, and let me know your favorite sim.